How'd you feel about day two?
That was good. Thought we were a little more polished. Still played fast. Thought overall improved and had good competitive work.
Gabe had a really big day. Were you surprised that he was able to do so much so early after taking some time off?
Yeah, not really. You know, the biggest thing is that he battles is he's got to be disciplined in what he does. I mean, too often he wants to freelance, but when he's disciplined, you know, he's explosive, comes out of his cuts quick, and you know, does a lot of good things.
Obviously a very vocal player. Do you mind that, or does that just help him be competitive?
Don't care, as long as they're able to focus on the next play. But you do want energy out there.
Falk looks pretty good and early on, you know, taking the backup reps, but how close is it competing for that spot between Ennis, Anderson, and Falk?
It's not. So Falk's, right now Falk's the number 2 guy.
Coach, you brought Theron West on for the New Mexico Bowl last year, and he starts off this year on top of the depth chart. What's sort of like clicked with him to get him into the, you know, in the top of the depth chart?
First, he got in shape. That was the first thing. He's always kind of a quick guy, but he got in shape, and so I thought that helped him a bunch. And the other thing, I think he went out there and did really well on special teams. He kind of started to gain some confidence. And then the other thing, you know, he's a guy kind of all over. I mean, real fired up, but not, you know, just kind of scattered, not focused on really the specifics of his job. He wasn't malicious, but just, you know, one of those guys that had his mind all over the place. And as he got in better shape and as he focused more, then it's all kind of come together. He's a real focused guy. He's actually kind of a leader out there. And it's all important to him, whether it's special teams or offense, and he does a good job of, you know, you'll see him in the back of the line coaching up the younger guys, and probably goes as hard as anybody we have on special teams.
Sorry, who was that question about?
West.
Theron, yeah, I was going to say, is he, do you think maybe in contention to even beat out Mason for that starting running back spot? Or?
Yeah, right now he is. If we were to play today, he is a starting running back, so we'll have to see.
Mike, he brought in some new punters, and it looked like one of them had a pretty good leg. Do you think he's got a real good chance to play this season? Yeah,
they'll fight it out. We'll see. Right now we're looking for consistency, but he's got a real powerful leg, and I'm kind of impressed with him. You know, goes out there confident, does, you know, not much anxiety, and just pops it and can really kick it a long ways. Hit one of the longer punts I've ever seen today.
Now that Falk does have a little more trust in him placed by the team, a little more responsibility, do you think he might be put on scholarship this year?
Yeah, yes. Good. Falk will end up on scholarship. We just have to go through our numbers and whatnot.
As far as Theron West, just with his frame and ability to catch, does he remind you a little bit of Torian Henderson?
Shoot. A little bit. Torian was a little bigger. Torian was a really good blocker. West is an effective blocker. West is a little faster than Torian. Both of them had good hands. Both of them could really come out of their cuts quick. They're similar from the standpoint they're really versatile.
Mike, it's probably a coincidence, but you've had two really good freshman wide receivers that wore number 84 and then switched the year after. Is there something significant about that?
I haven't thought anything about it. Shoot, those guys trade numbers, and there's a handful of guys that, you know, if they change numbers and they play bad, it's good, because then I don't notice them. If they change numbers and they play good, well, then it's kind of a nuisance to try to keep track who's in it, you know. So, no, they go cut their deals there in the equipment room, and basically, typically I don't care too much if they change numbers if it's available, you know.
I was asking everyone, you know, who their roommate is for camp. Do you get your own room, or do you have to split?
No, I'm with Bresky, Melee, and Jarrell Jackson.
4 guys in one room?
Well, it's sort of because the other building, the one building is full. The other building, well, it's similar, but it's like a dorm, but it's got 4 little bitty rooms.
Is Coach Bresky a good roommate, or do you have any complaints?
Pretty good. He kind of, you know, walks in like Fonzie, goes to his room, and takes care of his stuff, you know. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.